All right. Well, apparently we are live. My name is Martin Balsam, and we have Juno 2000. As always, the two of us, and we are, just hanging and banging, as it were, and yeah. So tonight I am, or Juno and I are presenting uh, our third Andy Milligan film, The Ghastly Ones. And, I'll give some background about that in a moment and stuff. And we've got Super Outlaw George Sailor George has come in the house. Good
Hey,
to
George.
see you. And Alan's just joined us, and Russell Collier. And of course, we have Chester Franklin, Jimbo Jack, and Rosalia are also in the house, tonight so far. And, you know, this one is, um, Alan was actually asking me about, he said, so how was this one? And I said, well, it's kind of like Seeds, although I think Seeds is much better. It does have the woman who played the old lady in Seeds, of course, as a somewhat different character, but the plot lines are kind of similar. It's three couples who go to an island to get an inheritance, and then they get picked off one by one. And that's about it, the most spoilers as you'll get from me on this one and stuff. And we have Kenny the Yam King has joined us as well. Welcome, Kenny. You
Hey,
guys
Kenny.
had a great stream over at Talking Movies with Sean, Kenny, and Jim. Uh, and they had Larry the Horror Cat Dad with them tonight. So a huge shout out to Larry, Sean, and Jim as well. Um, so one of the things that was interesting about this movie, in the documentary, the Andy Milligan documentary, Degenerate, there was a man, Samuel Sherman, who passed away last September. He was a writer, and he did, ads and things like that, and he helped a lot of people, with exploitation ads back, for the drive-ins and the theaters. And he didn't really like, he didn't really like a lot of Milligan's films, but for this one, he was actually invited by him to, check it out. And he basically told him, he said, well, if you get rid of the sex and strictly make this a horror picture, I think it'll work better for you. So he came up with the ad campaign calling it the Ghastly Ones. He had, yes, texploitation. That's what I'm all about, texploitation. So there was, so, he came up with that. And then, after Milligan put that out, he basically said, well, I'm a horror director now, or something, and not so much in the, you know, eh, sexploitation, but that wasn't, entirely true because of, Fleshpot on 42nd Street. But I, I wish the documentary was up somewhere and so we could all see that. And Brooksauce is in the house as well. So yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of, different ones. I mean, there's one that's, named after Juno, and that's Carnage, so that's one we'll have to see at some point. So Juno, did you get a chance to watch this one?
Yes, yes.
And your thoughts?
It's good. It's a bit short. It's
Yeah, I mean, a lot of his movies are sort of, short,
it's kind of more shorter than Seeds. Like almost like almost around like an hour.
It runs about 80 minutes, I think, or 70 minutes, something like that. But, you know,
Yeah.
we all always know when to fill the gaps. But I mean, your overall thoughts, though, I mean, you did like it.
Yeah, it's not bad because you said it was his horror movie. I did enjoy it, besides being like a short movie. It was still good.
I mean,
I kind of
so
wish it. I kind of wish it was a bit longer.
what do you think about, between Seeds and this one? What do you like overall?
I still would say Seeds is the best one.
Yeah, I still think that's the best one, that
Yeah.
I've seen.
Number
Um,
two is this one, and three is the one we saw first.
well, we've got a long way to go. So,
It's just the first one we watched is probably my least favorite, just because of that ending.
right.
But Seeds, I would say, is considered the best one. It's actually the best.
Even Russell said Seeds is great. So, there we go. But, oh, I wanted to say something to Brooke. I don't know if you follow Pizzelle or anything, but he posted some photos from the convention you were at, and old dog-haired boy was not smiling in any of them, by the way. So, CD Gonzalez. I think I went to school with him, Rosie.
Dog hair.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
I know.
Oh, you watched this one already, Chester? Or this one will be your favorite? Watch. Smiling cost extra money for the celebs. Yeah, exactly. Well, this was a non-celeb. This is someone who, well, I don't know. I'm judging this person too much, just because I think they're, a jackass, you know, but they're, no celeb. Oh, gotcha, Chester. I should, my next haircut, I should, have it, done like a dog. You know, it's starting to grow out, so I do look like a mud anyway. But you know, I'm not going to get a Mo Howard cut or anything like that. I know that video's out there, Russell. I've seen that. Or I haven't watched it, but I've seen that there's something out there like that. Well, Chester, I would definitely, when you have the time, because it's on, YouTube. I would just watch Seeds when you get a chance to see what you think about it. But I noticed that there's some of his movies, or well, they talk about it a little bit also in the documentary, that there's a few on the box set where there's a couple of different versions of things. Like there was one uh movie called like Night of the Crying Moon. Oh, let me get I want to see if I want to make sure I have the right title. Um Curse of the Full Moon. And so apparently the promoter guy that would promote Milligan's films, show them, on 42nd Street and everything like that. He he said, I guess it was the time when the movie Willard had come out, and he said, "We need something with rats." He goes, he goes, "I want you to recut it with footage of rats." And so he was like, "The movie's done. I don't want to do that." So they went and redid he recut it with like footage of rats, and he actually got, I don't think he could get real rats, so he would get these like sort of mice or something, and so he would spray paint them black. It just was fucking weird. But the one with the rats, it was called "The Rats Are Coming, the Werewolves Are Here." No idea, you know. So facts from Chester. Okay, what do we have? I've thought about that, Russell, about the Greasy Strangler. Yeah, dogs, well, that happens, yeah, from them. So, how was your Easter, Juno?
My Easter was pretty good.
Yeah, my Easter, I was just here watching stuff. That's, yeah. I hope everybody else had a good Easter.
Yep.
I had the huevos, yeah. Um, so yeah, uh, I'm just checking something here real quick. Yeah, so Sunday will be my birthday. I keep thinking that it's actually on Monday, and it's not Monday. So, not that it matters. I'm trying to remember for myself because of my, addled brain. Juno was asking me if I was going to do something on Sunday for my birthday, but I don't know. Maybe not. That's good, Rosie. That's good to hear. She said her Easter was amazing. Chester said his was good. But thank you, Kenny. I wonder how many people actually, like on Easter, go rabbit hunting. I mean, just saying. Should have a stream with my favorite movie. Well, actually, I'm gonna have my own uh the day before I have a movie date with a special lady of mine that most people know who she is. So yeah, actually, since I haven't really given an update, she's actually doing pretty decent since the passing of her mom and whatnot. I don't even know if I mentioned that this year has so far been a blur of a lot of anguish and a lot of garbage for all of us. But she's doing well. The kid is becoming a chef, uh, which is fun. So not only do I call her the the critic, I call her the chef. But I told her, I said, it's gonna happen. You're gonna have like a dozen nicknames from me, so you'll never know which one I'll use at any given moment. You know. But apparently the kid is hooked on cooking, which is cooking food. I need to stress that before somebody decides to think it's something else. Thank you, Rosie. I appreciate that. And thank you, Chester. So but yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and get this started in a couple of minutes. There's a link for the movie, pinned in the top of the chat. I will warn you that the movie has some sort of weird fucking subs attached to it in some language that I couldn't figure out, but I'm just going to be watching it on my Blu-ray with thank you, Russell. With the regular English subs for me and not the UK subs, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. I guess Juno's playing the straight man tonight because he's not throwing in any kind of jokes or comments to anything that I've had to say so far.
It's just my audio keeps. You keep saying that there's stuff going on when you can't hear me.
I can hear you fine. You know me, if I couldn't hear you, I'd be, I can't hear a fucking thing you're saying, but I can hear you fine.
Yeah, it's just I just don't want to be annoying everybody with my headphones or something that doesn't
Well,
work.
nothing's going on. You're not robot and you're not nothing. Everything's fine. But now
Okay.
that you've mentioned it, everything will probably fuck up. And no, it's just kidding. No, but I don't. There was some disclaimer on StreamYard about some channels on YouTube weren't able to go live or whatever and stuff. But I don't know. It didn't happen here. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Last week after Juno and I had finished the stream, I think it was on either my stream or your stream. No, it wasn't yours, or maybe I was just looking. What that night I was looking around on Look Movie and I found those other Russ Meyer films. I was like, ooh, that'll
Oh,
be some stuff to show.
that was on Friday.
Friday, okay, yeah. So I just popped on there.
It was after we were finished watching Ronan, and you were like,
Yeah.
"Look, movies."
Oh, I did see that YouTube has In Bruges and for free. And I don't know if you've ever seen that with Colin Farrell, but
Oh shit! I mentioned that in my haul. I picked that up.
oh, okay. I
I
started
haven't.
to watch it, but I hadn't finished it yet. You know,
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie.
movie's fucking great. Yeah,
I'm surprised this wasn't a Guy Ritchie movie because it has like his vibe around it.
yeah. It is very, very good, and it's highly recommended, especially for for Colin Farrell fans. You know, and stuff. The Rick
Yeah,
Astley ones. Yeah,
there's some good carnage and a lot of potty mouth in there.
yeah. There is a lot of carnage in it. But anyway, yeah, if everybody's set, you know, we'll do the usual pendejo count, and you know, and we'll just you know, get this thing started. It's funny, you know. Russell mentions Ken Russell's the Devils with Oliver Reed, and uh, if you want an interesting take on that, a couple of weeks ago. Uh, Probably, yeah, yeah. Not probably two shows back. Uh, Dirk and Darren's channel. They did a sort of a nunsploitations stream, and they mentioned the Devils, and you know, Warner Brothers, at least here in the U.S., has, you know, fucked everybody over by not releasing the true version of it and stuff. So you know, it's a, you know, kind of a sordid deal. But see, you know, the one thing about Russell is I think that, you know, they say Ken Russell is dead, but I really believe that Russell is Ken Russell. So if he mentions him all the time, so I mean, it's like I put two and two together. He's just not living in England anymore. He's living in Canada because he does. He says he was born in Britain or wherever the fuck he was born. So there you go. All right, so we're gonna get the Pendejo count going. And so,
Ranchero,
what did you say? Year zero?
Ranchero,
Yeah, Ranchero.
Ranchero,
Um,
Pendejo countdown.
yeah. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, cuatro, tres, dos, uno, press play, pendejos, bitches, uh, car salesman, and Chico Escuelas.
Rancheros.
A Jer Pictures Inc. presentation. And this- Oh, yeah. So another fun fact about Milligan, too, was when he would make a colonial style picture like this, he never usually had the money to make real stylish sets that looked colonial. So that's why there's always these real tight in pictures, you know, because you put everybody together so people couldn't see the fact that, oh, wait, there's a, you know, there's a modern, something's wrong here, you know, kind of thing, you know. So it's sort of funny too. This couple here in the beginning, this guy, he has that parasol and on top, idioto. There you go. Oh, yeah, and shout out to Z. I wish he was here tonight. So, he has this like shitty parasol that's all fucked up. I mean, it's like that's really going to impress your lady there.
Yep.
And then he wants to like take off and he's kind of prancing around. So it kind of, to me, that kind of questions his sexuality a little bit there. But what do I know? I'm just saying. But look at it. I mean, so he's walking around picking leaves off this foliage and all this and stuff. And it's like, dude, why would you leave your woman? It's kind of, suspect. Then, of course, he walks into like where it's kind of dark and then he's coming out of there and, you know, oh, wait. This guy rips his eyeball out. And then you hear that voice say, turn him away, which I think that was probably Milligan, like giving direction. So good old Robert here gets butchered, and stuff.
Serious carnage. Is Carnage like one of his next movies that you were mentioning?
I'm going to have to turn you up a little bit, Juno. I can't.
Yes, Jimmy. It's out of control.
I can barely hear you, Juno. I could hear you before.
Oh, damn it.
Maybe I should turn this down a little bit more. Okay, go ahead now, Juno.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound kind of muffled a little bit, but um,
I'll just keep it mute for a while.
you might have to
That
turn
way,
yourself up.
I'm gonna keep the volume mute for a while.
I can hear you. You sound great there. But anyway, we saw this, poor Robert there get butchered to pieces and everything.
In a Carnage ways.
More blood before the credits have rolled. Yeah. Hey, Chris, good to see you. Glad you're here. Thanks for, stopping in and hanging out.
Hey,
And hey,
Chris.
Stacy.
Have you heard about this new Faces of Death remake? They came out from Shudder.
Yeah. Well, this time they're trying to make a movie, about some jack off killing, people, and stuff. I mean, the only thing that I think's interesting is like Barbie Ferreira's in it, but
Hmm.
or whatever her name from was in the first couple of seasons of Euphoria and stuff. Yes, the H. Dobbs. Yep, there you go, Kenny. Yams. So Kenny is Philadelphia bad after Christmas and stuff? Because he said Philadelphia the way that it is, and you're the only one that I know. Well, actually, yeah, right now that would know what about Philly and everything, and stuff.
I know. I seen where people explore areas in Philadelphia, like the bad part, like Kensington. Like there's videos out there.
Right.
All the all the bad drug addicts are out there, which you actually get some here in Modesto. Because when I went to go wait in the bus, I see a few of them at the bus stop.
Well, there all always um crazies on the bus. Even when I lived in San Fran, there were always crazies, and even some of the drivers were nuts. No, 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 no. Yes. See, I think the nose in this, there was, the nose didn't know the yeses or the no. Oh man, then you got this dude here looking like fucking Prince Valiant's love child or some shit.
You look like Prince Valiant's love child. He truly does. Hey there, Peyton. How are you? Hope you're doing good.
Doing good, Peyton. Good to see you. It's been a while. Hope everything's going well and stuff. I mean, Jesus Christ, this dude's dressed almost like a priest or some shit. He's wanting him to go shopping for him. That's perfect, Kenny. That's a good one right there.
The gay couples.
It's too bad, he couldn't have gotten Paul Lynde, to be in a few of his movies. That would have worked.
Hmm.
Yeah, see, I think he was alluding to two brothers, something going on, kind of sort of the precursor to the incest stuff and seeds. Saying he had a small package. What? Big John and Little John. Chester, in the 70s, there was a TV show. Alan and I were talking about it the other day. Big John, Little John. Thanks, Peyton. I appreciate that. Well, I hope your mother isn't. Um, I hope your mother isn't offended by nudity because there's quite a bit of it in here.
I wish we had the "fuck you" disclaimer.
Yeah.
I missed that. I missed that part. The film industry has told me "fuck you."
Well, what I should do is just memorize that whole thing and then just say it at the beginning of every stream. The Motion Picture
Yeah,
Association, has said that gratuitous nudity and uh, graphic violence, you know,
carnage.
will give this film an R, will give a film an R rating. This film has none of those. So the producers would like me, like me to take the time to say, "Fuck you." Yeah, well, that's true, Peyton, because I mean, I don't, if it's somebody I have no clue who they are and they just, oh, I want to be a moderator, like, fuck off, because I mean, I'm not going to do that because what that does is they'll de-wrench your other moderators and shit like that, and stuff. And so that's why I won't do that.
Hmm.
But, I've been really lucky that, you know, we don't get that many trolls every once in a while or something. Still get the usual. Well, where's the movie? What what's going? I mean, I miss doing the promos as well, Juno, because I always had everything all set up and raring to go when we would start.
Assholes. Assholes hate
Oh,
Dana Segler. Subscribe to Texas Hardcore 1965.
so these bitches like they ordered cucumber sandwiches. What the fuck is a fucking cucumber sandwich? But see, Juno, see how like he has that candle there, and then they're all spaced together. Everything is shot really tightly.
Yep.
Here's the old lawyer. And he looks like some old witch with a thing, but this will blow your mind, Juno. That's the guy who played the drag queen in Flashpot on 42nd Street.
That's the transvestite.
Yeah.
Holy shit, taco. That's the transvestite.
Just, I was like, holy fuck, thought it was hilarious. Yeah, that kind of stuff, sucks, Peyton. So yeah, I hate when that stuff happens. That's like people have made me moderators, made me a moderator in some of their channels, and then I'll come back and I'm not one, but I don't, it doesn't matter to me. So many people, I want this, I want that. And it's like, it's not my channel, so I don't expect anything. Yeah, he does look like the Crypt Keeper, Jimmy. She was a whore. No. It's like you see all those, I guess it's supposed to be a mustache, but it's just like, looks like he's growing like, rat hair out of his nasal hairs. Eels, seals, and crofts. Yeah.
Yeah, and eels of hair coming out of his fucking nostril.
And those eyebrows, it's horrendous, but it's hilarious. Yeah, Rosie, remember, I think I was the one that told you about the Yacht Rock documentary. It was it was hilarious. I know Kenny liked it. That one woman, Juno, that, well, they'll show her again, but the one that has like the dark kind of cloak on and stuff with the dark hair, that was the old lady in Seeds.
Oh, the old bat.
Yeah,
That's the old bat.
not not the one that's beating on Trask there, but you'll see. Oh yeah, here's the lovely rabbit scene.
Hmm. Really fitting for Easter Sunday.
Where he's, you know, eating this, rabbit and whatnot with those rabbit teeth of his. But really, that's nothing compared to that scene in Anthrophagus where the guy, the I don't know what you would call him, like the mutant, guy fucking who's killing all the people on the island, rips out that woman's fetus, and they actually use like a baby rabbit or something where he's gnawing on it's supposed to be her fetus and shit. Yeah, see the one woman there, Juno, with that sort of red and black speckled dress. That's the old bag there. The one
Yeah,
that
the old
played the
bat.
old bag. Yeah.
Fucking old bat. Fucking old bat. She was a mean bitch in the last movie.
Who framed Eddie Rabbit? Well, Kenny, a lot of his films were like that. He filmed a lot of things with like one camera, and until probably like in the 70s. But he had, I think it was called an Acon or something like that, and he'd always do these things whenever there's a big climactic thing or somebody would get killed. He'd start spinning the camera around and raise it to the ceiling and stuff. Calling him like he's a fucking dog, or whatever. Slipped a note into her glove. Bullshit. He was slipping something else in another glove. Her flesh tuxedo. Oh yeah, and then another footnote was that apparently this film was the one where like nobody showed up at the screening or whatever, the critics that he or the exhibitors, I mean, and the only one that did show up was the guy in Michigan that he worked with. to get his films shown on 42nd Street and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of ridiculous stuff. Sometimes you, like in his black and white films, like he would be filming and you'd see like a people in front like of a mirror, and if you look closely you can see him in the mirror fucking filming the film and stuff, you know. The guy's gonna catch his fucking suit on fire in a minute. Oh shit, we should have been in bed at 7.
Should have went to 7 and scored all night.
She's gonna, they want to get something warm for the bed for Veronica, you know, so she can, you know, piss in the bed, you know, during the night.
And don't shit on the bed too. Just piss it.
Now, don't you all get too cheap. Just remember, you're. Already. This should do it.
There's the dead rabbit in the bed, and then yep, see, here's a fire. You know, there we go.
No. Can't stay in bed. Strange. Premonition Veronica had.
See, I don't even think, you know, a woman would be wearing something that sexy like in the time they're supposed to be in, you know.
Remember the night before Mama died? Ronnie was staying with us in Philadelphia. woke up screaming. We went to her bedside.
Marlo Scott is in the house. Our resident foodie. He just ate pizza. We should have taken bets like we used to.
Yeah, we should.
Wrong way.
Oh yeah, dead rabbit in somebody's bed. That's an idea of a cruel joke for sure.
No. After all these years of being close, I feel close to them now.
Oh, actually, I haven't seen him in a long time.
Oh, no, it's not that. It's the house. This thing about the wind. So what is it?
Relax. Don't let it run. Everything will be all right.
Oh,
What do you want to do?
Kenny would have already like slapped that woman in the face with a hoagie, you know.
Jeff,
I want more than my share.
yeah, that's being selfish.
I have more. Me, Elvis. Years I took care of you.
I'm the eldest and I'm a gold digger.
Fine. Daddy and Ma were always too busy. You did all the bringing up. I never had what I wanted. We had to do it out. Had to do it out when you were in law school.
Shut up, bitch. You know.
We've never seen you like that. We've never seen you like this.
And you don't know either. Do anything to get what I want.
She's like, I want what's coming to me, you know, and he should have said, well, here, grab my weasel, you know.
Do you resent me?
Whole life.
Juno, you should do that. One of your films have like a big old bloody X on a door.
The big old giant X
Yeah.
symbol, straight edge.
Ah,
Just anything. You sure? Leave me? Fucking blood on it. I saw something. Well, something shadow.
who is it?
I think it was intended to be funny. It doesn't make sense. I think that Colin is sicker or smarter than we think. I don't think it was. What do you think it is? Wait, I'll check the front door and make sure.
Champ stamp. All right. 44 minutes exactly. All these like shots, he's just turning one way and turning the other, to make it look like he's, walking down, the hall.
Holy shit, shit. Son of a bitch.
I mean, I even think this is the same fucking house that they used for Seeds, because I mean, they said that he used his own house a lot for making his movies, and stuff.
I could tell with the interiors, like you could see the similarities.
Until now, I haven't gone. For God's sake, stop it. You've been gone like this all morning. I think it'll be the same until they're gone. Why did you stop it now? And now they seem to be the way.
They can say that.
No, but I did. And I never loved those three the way you did. There, I said it. After all these years I've spent. I never knew you felt like this. You didn't get the table set. Debbie can't wait for that any longer. Debbie can't get that right. Yesterday afternoon when we were arriving with the luggage.
Putting on the cheese.
Last night when we were upstairs, I buried it in the back garden. So found it again. No, therefore.
I have no comment on it, Kenny, because I haven't watched any of that stuff and since last year, so I have no idea.
Mostly my fault. Why are you speaking so much? You have to. So happy.
We have Tom Baker in the house, the infamous and best Doctor Who there ever was Tom Baker.
There on the chair. When I woke up, he was still there. You don't help. Somebody different from
Only way.
check all the glasses. Just cover up completely. Check everything.
You're doing nothing.
Why would anyone want to kill Richard? It doesn't make sense.
They had a great deal. Wait, me talk.
Okay, William, not now.
You know, it was weird. Instead of he grabbing her fucking arm, he grabs her breast. It's like, okay. You've never seen Doctor Who? Well, wow.
Holy shit.
The best Doctor Who has your name.
He cut the field. He cut the field goal right in the
Right.
face.
He's trying to grape his own wife there, you know. Stop it.
Right, Sam.
See, and here we go, Kenny, with the waving the camera all sorts of different ways and circular motions and stuff.
He was with us. We know where he was all night. We call it relief.
Tom Butcher Baker, Nightmare Maker, yeah. Yeah, it was on American TV. I think that was about the first one, but it is a BBC series, yeah. They used to show it here where I lived at, like after Saturday Night Live, we'd get Doctor Who. Now the party can begin. Ashton is in the house.
What's up, Ashton?
Bitch, I don't think he could knock because his arms are full of fucking wood.
Wood over by the stove. By the stove. Don't you think you better put that wood down by the fireplace? I think he was trying to tell me something. No, I think he likes. He always tries to make conversation with people he likes. I wrote you 3 minutes for the bed. Try to read something. Get it as you came. I've never left New York. Please don't think about it. Sit down and try to read.
I think that short woman was like the model they used for the grandma's cookies.
If you could help me with the children. I can't handle it without supervision, and what with 5 extra people in the house, having an eye contact. So, would you try
Well,
simple
I mean,
dogs are kept behind the house, and they have to be.
we enjoyed watching Harry Brown and stuff. Get Carter is a great movie, though.
But when it comes to dog, he needs help.
You talking about the original Greg Carter?
Yeah,
Don't have to worry. Don't worry about
I prefer the original over the remake because the one with Michael Caine, the Sir Michael Caine, is much more superior.
it. This is Dr. Donald. Dr. Donald's going to help you with the wood. So I want you to do exactly what Master Donald tells you. Bella. Bella.
10,
Yes. Just take it a step.
10 out of 10. Most of the originals are gonna be better than the remake.
Stand.
Like look at Death Wish. Charlie Bronson's original was much better. The original Mechanic is much better than the Jason Statham Stamos movie. I don't know. The Mechanic with Jason Statham I thought was kind of stupid. I prefer the original Charlie Bronson classic because I did get a chance to see that. And it was badass.
right. Both of those that you mentioned, Tom, Vault of Horror is, is I think it's good, and Asylum's good too.
The original Taking Pelham 123. That's a pretty good one.
That's a real good one, Juno.
Yep, Robert Shaw.
Oh yeah, here we go, Juno, with the carnage and the disembowelment here.
Oh man, business is about to pick up, ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna be some serious carnage. Put the women and children a bit.
It's just, you know, using the saw and everything, and then it's like, oh, got to put it to black, you know.
By God, this is some serious carnage, King. And I don't mean JR's barbecue sauce. This is actual carnage.
And then the thing is, we can't wait for them any longer to serve dinner. You know, the turkey will be all dried out. Like, well, you know, people keep getting picked off. I don't think they're going to make it to dinner, you know.
The only way they can make that turkey dry better, slap some JR's slobberknocker sauce and some carnage asada on there.
Right.
And eat that some bitch right up. Stop a mud hole in the turkey's ass and walk in and drying until it's juicy.
This is classic right there. Her head in the turkey pan.
Scramble the son of a bitch's brains.
The doctor is going to pay your medical bills. Too much junk in that trunk.
I'm going to go downstairs.
Do you think you should? Don't you think it would be wiser to stay upstairs with them?
No, I'm going downstairs. There's got to be an explanation for this.
Very well. Colin! You at the fire.
Beware of the shadowy figure. Well, this movie is actually Blood Rites. That was the original title before it got changed to the Ghastly ones. Pure wine imports. Yep, that's it. Follow the trail of blood.
You shove it up his ass.
Juno, here's our usual, 3D interlude.
3D. Scramble the son of a bitch's brains.
Clonk. And there's his, pitchfork scene. He always had a thing about pitchforks. Interqualude, yes, that's correct. I've probably seen I Bury the Living, but it's probably been like a long, long, long time. Thunk. Pitchfork less painful. Colin's on fire. Better throw him in the water. See, Juno, the killer was the old lady in the wheelchair.
The old bad bitch was the person.
Yep.
No fucking old bat. It's always the fucking old bats. They're always the ones revealed. Son of a bitch. It's me, Austin. Son of a bitch.
I buried the head porn version. That bitch, your mother. See, Juno, I told you their mother was a slut. Just to care for me as she did you.
That son of a bitch. Oh, son of a bitch. It has to be the old bat.
Hey, Larry. Good to see you. Enjoyed the stream earlier.
Hey, Larry.
Old Colin, man, sticking a fucking, knife in her fucking head or whatever it was, that hatchet. It's hard to tell. So you can tell, like, when she's going down the stairs, she was squeezing on the thing to shoot the blood out and stuff. Colin should have taken him smoking. So, yeah, that was the Ghastly ones. You know,
The Ghastly ones. The Ghastly one.
it's kind of weird that his films would have those abrupt endings, like that, but there's still quite a few that are lost, which is a shame.
There's a few movies with that.
There's one on this uh, disc called the Filthy Five, and it's just like 1 20-minute reel, and it's in German. And I mean, I watched it, but I was like, number one, it has English subs on it, but it was still, I'm like, well, this doesn't give me much to go on about what the fucking thing's about, except for this guy and this lady walking around nude and stuff. Have a good night, Alan. Thanks, Chester.
Yeah.
They actually have on the disc, there's like 3 commentaries. But one is with the guy who played Colin and Frank Henenlotter that did Basket Case.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to watch that one day and see how good that is. But one of the other movies that's lost was this one, Depraved. They have the trailer for it, but I'd actually like that one. I'd actually wish somebody, had it somewhere in a vault so I could see it. You guys are, you're all welcome as always and stuff. You doing anything on Friday, Juno?
I'm thinking of doing that movie that you mentioned in Bruges.
That would be good.
You said you have you seen it?
Oh yeah, I've seen it. It's been a while.
And you said
but
they set it for free on YouTube. Like they have the full link for it.
As far as I know, I saw it after Jim and Kenny and Sean's stream was over, and it popped up in
Holy
my
shit.
feed.
Yep, we'll do that for Friday.
Oh, that's cool,
In
Tom.
Bruges.
Okay, Chester, that sounds good.
Yeah, I was thinking of what movie to watch, but when you're mentioning Bruges, like, and they finally put it on YouTube, like, we could do that one.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, holy crap! It's free to watch.
Yeah. I was just surprised that movie never got. It feels like Guy Ritchie. It looked like it was secretly directed by Guy Ritchie because it has like vibes of Snatch and Lock, Stock.
Yeah, I mean, I had heard some things about it, and so when Netflix was still renting DVDs, that's what I did. I rented it, and I was like, damn, why didn't I go see this in the theater? It's like,
Mm-hmm.
But I think Kino put it out a couple of years ago on a Blu-ray or something.
The one I have is it's a Universal Blu-ray. This is the copy I have. This Blu-ray.
Oh, okay.
It's a Universal because you have that Universal logo under it. Where Blu-rays.
Have a good night, Jimbo Jack.
Night, Jimbo Jack.
Thanks for the compliment, Russell. I don't know if I go that far, but I appreciate it. What are you watching now, Juno? More JR.
He's the toughest son of a bitch. Stone Cold.
I just thought that. Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate that. I just thought, when I was watching the movie the other day, I thought, I knew it couldn't be Colin, but they try to, do that. They do that thing at the beginning when he kills that couple, though. So he was capable of murdering, people, but then he wasn't doing them. Yeah, that is a good movie, Russell. I haven't seen that in a long time. Bad Boys, with Sean Penn.
Badass. Yeah, it's a good one.
Juno, did you see One Battle After Another?
Yes, I did see that, and that was one of those Oscar-winning movies. Now,
Yeah.
I did enjoy it, but if people are asking if there's some flaws, yes, there are some flaws, but I still enjoyed the movie.
I did a rewatch of Frankenhooker last week.
Frankenhooker.
Yeah, that's always, one to watch like at least once or twice a year.
Yeah. Just dumping a mud hole in his ass.
The Passion of the Crust.
He's a horse's ass.
I watched this new Micah Monroe film called In Cold Light today. It was really good, but it had a very underwhelming ending.
Mhm.
But it had that guy Trying to think of his name. The guy that played the dad in Primate. Um,
Bless his heart.
trying to think of his name. Yeah, Troy Kotzer. He played another, another father role in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
One battleship he sank after another. Yeah, Good Boy is a good that was a good movie. I could tell you guys one not to watch is the pizza movie. That was fucking ridiculous.
The fuck is a pizza movie?
It's a movie that, oh man, the Doberman Gang. I saw that when I was a kid. That and the sequels. It's this stupid movie about these kids that take these mints that are actually drugs, and it just, there are some funny bits in it, but for the most part, it was a dumb movie.
Mm-hmm.
Still not as bad as Tim and Eric's movie, but it still sucked. So, that's about what we got going on then for Friday, or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Bruges.
Because I should be
Okay.
home. I don't think I'm doing anything, that, that night.
Okay. I'll set it around the usual time that I start,
Okay.
like how we did with the last stream.
But yeah, I want to, thank, everybody for coming in tonight. Chester, Rosie, Ashton, Brooke, Russell, Larry the Hardcat Dad, Peyton, Shamarlos, Allen, Jimbo Jack, Mr. Tom Baker for showing up, and Kenny, of course. So yeah, and oh yeah, Chris, the slasher dude, and big shout out to Z, of course. Give a shout out to P. Rich, even though he wasn't here. They probably forgot again. He said, I'll be there, but he's like, yeah, to stream, yeah. Oh man, whoops.
Oh shit. Folks, Texter will be back in a moment. Here he is.
This dumb thing acting up. But thanks for coming out tonight, everybody, and we appreciate you as always. And so we'll see you on Juno's channel on Friday. So there you go. Shimmy, shimmy, yo, yo, shimmy, shimmy, yeah, yeah.
Chale, ese.
Oh, that damn movie, Juno, you just reminded me of, what was it? The superhero Chicano movie. What was that one?
El Chicano.
Yeah, El Chicano.
Órale.
We'll have to show that one.
That'd be a good one. That's a good movie.
All right, you filthy animals. I want you guys to have a good rest of the week, and we'll see you guys all soon. So, peace and bacon grease, y'all.
Órale.
Adios, niños and niñas.
Gracias.